Hello and welcome back to Tropico 5. Today we're going to play the 5th mission, Paranoia, and our objective is to attract tourists while paying annual contributions. And we're going to play on the island Cayo de Fortuna again.
The great wars are over. In a sense, the Order's plan did work, but I'm not sure we're better off now. Two nuclear powers have divided the world. Wars, although smaller, are still fought. The threat of nuclear annihilation has brought fear, suspicion, and paranoia. My friend and mentor, Leon Kane, has become jaded and concerned as well. He fears for his life. Personally, I think no assassin will ever get either one of us, but it is reasonable of him to take precautions. He has asked for my aid, and I will do what I can to help him.
My life is in danger, Presidente. I just survived an assassination attempt, and I fear there are more to come. We need a decoy, a double who looks exactly like me. Someone to play my role out in the open.
Assassins are trying to kill Leon, and we have to find a decoy. When we find someone who looks just like Leon, the assassins will target that new person. How do we find a decoy? Well, we cannot look on our island because none of our citizens look like Leon. So we need another plan. The plan Leon suggests is that we attract a lot of tourists to our island. Tourists come from all over the world, and if you attract enough tourists, one tourist will show up that looks just like Leon, and we can use that tourist as a decoy. So that's what we're going to try to do this mission. We're going to attract a lot of tourists. So if we take a look down here, we see that we're not in the World Wars era anymore. So the World Wars are over. World War I and World War II are in the past, and we are in the era after the World Wars, and that's the Cold War era. So let's first take a look at our island. So we got a bunch of plantations spread all over the island, which I do not like. So on our other island, we concentrated all of the plantations in one area, and that's what I want to do here as well. So that's one of the things that we're going to do. If we look at our residential area, it is pretty sparse. Let's also pause the game. So we have to we have to give the citizens more facilities. We have to make them happier. So we guarantee our re-election. That is a really important thing to do. Just make the citizens more happy to increase our support. And then, of course, we also have to expand our industry a bit. So we do have some industry here, but I would like to expand it so we can earn some more money. And if you take a look at the defenses look good. We have all of our army bases concentrated in one area. I would also like to spread those out a little bit over the island so we can respond to threats a little bit better. So a whole bunch of things to do. And then after we have done all of those things, we are going to start building the touristic areas. And how are we going to build the tourist area? Or how do we attract tourists? Well, we build hotels. So if we take a look at our build menu, we see that we unlocked like a bunch of new buildings. And all of these buildings are hotels. And different hotels attract different tourists. So for example, the country hotel attracts eco-tourists, and eco-tourists enjoy nature. Historic inn attracts cultural tourists, and they enjoy colonial buildings, so old buildings and touristic spots. Cultural spots they enjoy. So we have to build a bunch of hotels for tourists to attract them. And, I don't want to build hotels in the middle of my city. This is where the main residents of this island live. So I don't want to spread it, but I want to separate it from my main area where the main residents live. So we're going to build it over here. So this is a nice looking place. It has nice white sandy beaches, beaches, not bitches. And there's also this beautiful waterfall, which makes it even more beautiful. Will attract more tourists, I think. And we also got this ancient ruins. So this a place that we can turn into a cultural spot. And that will also attract tourists. This is going to be the tourism area of our island, but I'm going to put off building the tourism area a little bit. I'm first going to fix the problems that I just described on our island. And after that, building the touristic area is really easy. So yeah, if we take a look here, we see that we can also research new things because we are now in a new era. And we also unlocked accounting and bribes. So we can even get a customs office and a bank to earn even more money. And then we have to take a look at the constitution. The constitution is okay. But if you take a look at the edicts, we can do some edicts to make the population a little bit happier. For example, food rations. And then we also have to take a look at the trade to see if we can earn money with something. So because we are now in a new era, we also have some new factions that we can interact with. So the USSR and the USA are the new factions that we can interact with, not the Allies and the Axis anymore. And if you take a look, we see that there are some canned goods, but we need like good standing with the USSR. We can do that. We can invite the USSR to our embassy. And then we can also praise them. And now we should be able to get this. Great. And then we can build a canned good factory. Let's take a look here. Where is the canned good factory? So we need a power plant, but we are building a power plant. So once I build a power plant, I'm going to build the cannery. So we can export some of those canned goods to the USSR. And what I'm also going to do in the meantime is I'm going to fix this area. I'm going to build it up a little bit so we have more surface buildings. We make our citizens a little bit happier, and that will guarantee our re-election. The election is in 1 month, and we only got 49% of the vote. So we're gonna have to cheat to win this. And I think... oh no, I don't. So I thought I had enough money to do a tax cut. But, oh, I do now. So USSR sent me some money. Hopefully it is on time. Okay. So with the cheating and with the tax cut, we managed to win the election. And that's really good. So we built the cannery, although nobody is working in it. So that's kind of problematic. But I also got a really good contract for cigars. Let's see what else we have. We can also export some logs, maybe. But we don't have ships. And also some coffee. Coffee sells also for a lot of money. So, yeah, so we might need some more ports. Yeah, I think so. So we're gonna need like an extra dock. And when you build extra docks, you get extra ships. And then we also need extra people that can work. So we do have some unemployed people. Oh, okay, they started working here, so that's good. Yeah, so we won the first election. That's great. And then our next task is to get some of these plantations out of the way. So so this is a really good area, a lot of dark green over here. So I'm going to move as many plantations as possible to this area. And they will be out of the way here, and we will open up some room to build other things. So let's do that next. I researched a new tech, and now we can amend the constitution again. And the elections are in 1 month. So if you take a look here, you can see that I am in a lot of debt, and my support is also very low. So what are we going to do? Well, let's first take a look at these options, and we can see, for example, personal rights. What can we choose here? We can do an open society, right? Yeah, sure, looks good. The economy structure, I'm gonna do a free market, and media, I'm gonna do an subsidized media, maybe. Let's do that. And then if we go back to this, we see political rights. It is right now a democracy. So what we can do is we can change this to a totalitarian state. And it will give us a lot more votes when we do voter fraud. So I think that's the only thing I can do to stay in power. So I'm gonna try it out. People are gonna be angry. They're gonna be rebelling way more. But we have to do it. Otherwise, we won't win. So we only managed to get 51% of the votes, even while having a totalitarian state. We can change it back later to democracy in 60 months. But we had to do a power grab. Otherwise, we would be, not the president anymore. And then it would be game over. So, yikes. So, one more problem that I still have is that I am just in a lot of debt, right? But that will be fixed. The reason I'm in a lot of debt is because I didn't have enough Teamster offices. So what do Teamsters do? They move product. So things that, for example, the textile mill, the products that the textile mill produces, they will transport that to the dock to be sold. I didn't have enough of those Teamster offices, so I couldn't move all of that produce to the dock to be sold. So that's the reason why I'm in a lot of debt. And when you're in a lot of debt, the people are also unhappy. So there's also a tsunami coming. So yikes. But I fixed that. I built another Teamster office, so I think it should be okay right now, and we should start to earn some money. Okay, so a bunch of buildings have been destroyed. We can rebuild that. We do need some money though. Again. Yikes. Yeah. Okay, well, this is a little bit problematic. So a lot of buildings have been destroyed. I think all of my produce that was in this port has also been destroyed. So we lost like quite a bit of money from that as well. Yikes. It's not good. It's not good at all. Man, oh man, it's not going too well. It's not going too well. But we will get out of it. Okay, so I fixed the island a little bit. So I put all of the plantations over here. And as you might see, they all work fine. So if you take a look here, cattle. Ooh. We can also do a manure fertilizer. So this will increase the effectiveness of all nearby farms. And if you can find the sugar, this will also increase the effectiveness of all nearby farms. I think I also made a cattle farm over here, so we can do that there as well. So these things will be more effective. I built up the residential area a little bit. We're gonna have to build more houses eventually, because take a look at this. This looks like a slum. So a lot of shacks in this area. And we want to put all of these people into these kinds of apartments. So yeah. And industry is also working a lot better. You might see they still are outputting quite a bit and is not yet picked up by the Teamsters. So the Teamsters can do their best a little bit more, but still is already going a lot better than it went before. And then if you take a look at the Constitution, we see in the next 22 months we can change the Constitution again and we can turn it back into democracy. This island has a conditional democracy. And the condition is that you vote for me. Otherwise you get no democracy. So yeah, that is the best way to describe the voting system on this island. A conditional democracy. And it's going okay. So we're earning some money, and that's good. And after you start earning some money, you can give the people some freedom again. But you do need to earn some money first, otherwise people get angry. So what we can do is we have one embassy. What we can do is we can build another embassy. So we can also invite the US to our island, or a US ambassador to our island. And we can, be friends with both of them. I don't know if you can be allies with both the US and the USSR. We can do an alliance with the USSR. So we do get a little invasion, but that's okay. I'm also going to invite the US to our island, but so it won't be really problematic. So we will still stay cordial with the US. We won't make them our enemies, just like the Axis. The Axis we had terrible relationships with. I don't want that to happen with the US. With the US, we're going to try to have some good relations. So now we should also become allies with the USSR. So, and what I also have to do is we're going to have to build like a bank. We're going to have to build some banks and a customs office, because that will allow us to earn even more money. And I think this is a nice place to build like some banks. And it fits perfectly. So we can also build like a customs office there. So we get even more money from the things that we export. And yeah, so let's do that as well. Can I actually build a second customs office? No, you can only have one customs office. But I'm going to build a second bank. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to build, like we did in the previous, on our other island, we're going to build like a nice garden over here, so it looks just nice. Is there something bigger that we can put here? No. That looks good. I like it. We also got our financial district. And then, of course, if you take a look here as well, I think we unlocked something else as well. So the dry dock, which increases the speed of all trade ships. That sounds great. So we're going to build this thing as well. And that will also help us earn more money. It's of course going to cost some money, but it will also help us earn some money. So we want that. we take a look here. So expected revenue 26k, 13k, 7k. So it would be nice if these ships made more stops to pick up some of those goods. Can we sell things? So we got some canned goods, we got some cloth. We can also produce cars, but that's gonna take a while. And no, that's it. So, and let's see, Constitution, so 14 more months until we can. Not gonna do that. That costs way too much money, so I don't want that. And the people are still unhappy, so that I do dislike. We're gonna have to do something about that, but I don't know what. Okay, and we also unlocked supermarkets. But if we take a look here, I think, so how do we increase the happiness? So we need some entertainment, and they need housing. They need housing quite a lot, so religion as well. Entertainment and housing, pretty much. So let's build like a few more blocks, a few more apartment buildings. That should help a little bit. And then they also want entertainment. So what we can do is we can build like a cabaret over there, a comedy club. Maybe even put like one more opera house if I had the room, but I don't have the room over there. But we can fit it over here. Yes, perfect. Yeah, and I will just keep doing that in the meantime while we're doing other things. So we can also like do social security and literacy program. I definitely do want that because we need more educated citizens. And eventually, I think the popularity will rise. So yeah, so we built our financial district. Look at this. The bank generates revenue for each tourist on the island. I'm gonna do these things first though. So decreases prices of, we don't need that. Generates Swiss bank account from all exports. That sounds great. I haven't looked at my Dynasty members for like quite some time. So we can level Romeo up. And then let's also do Marita. So she will increase the effectiveness of production buildings. That sounds really nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna build one more bank. I already have two. Two is enough for now. So again, look at this. The happiness decreased again. So that is what keeps happening. So the happiness keeps decreasing for some reason, but I don't know why. And it's really annoying because it is causing a lot of problems. Coffee. You can sell some coffee. Yeah. So trying to balance this out is quite difficult. It's quite difficult. Maybe if I build some more houses, they will be happier. I think so. They should be, right? We also built the dry docks, almost. And this is also a very important building, because take a look at what we can do with the dry docks once it's built. So we can trade ships carry 50% more export. So that helps a lot, and each dock provides one extra trade ship. So now we can do even more trade routes, although there are no real good trade routes. At the moment, we can have double the amount of trade routes. So that's something that I want as well. So if you take a look now, we have 6 ships that we can send to other factions to trade with. And there were some really good contracts that we can accept. So the cigars. And now we should be earning a lot of money. And with the money that we earn, we're gonna do some edicts. And with those edicts, we will make the citizens even happier. So once we get in the black again, I'm going to... what should I do? Should I start building the tourist area? Or should I wait a little bit and expand our industry? So the thing that I'm going to build our tourist area next. So the thing that I need more unemployed people, because we need workers in these hotels. If you don't have workers, they won't work and they won't attract tourists. So we first have to get some more people on our island. And after we get some more people on our island, we are going to start building the tourist area over here. And of course, we can also get the USA over here. I don't think we are allies anymore. Oh no, we are still allies. Okay, good. And let's change this back to a democracy. Okay, so I got the happiness of the people up a little bit. I just issued some edicts to make them a little bit more happier. And we still don't have a lot of unemployed people, but that doesn't matter. I'm just gonna start building. It should be okay, I guess. Should not be too problematic. So let's first build a road all the way over here. And we don't have to make like anything too big, right? We can just build like a few hotels. I think that should be good for the time being. And this will passively increase the amount of... let's see, where's the road here? The amount of tourists that we attract will passively increase while we just do other things. So I'm going to build a dock here. And this is the area where the tourists will arrive from. And then let's build like a little road here. And then we're gonna make maybe I should have put it over. No, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. So there are some ancient ruins here. I think if you leave this alone, this will be more effective. So if you don't put any hotels nearby this ruin, then it will be more effective. But okay, and we're international summit, so we got some new edicts. Let's take a look. Tourist campaign, organic campaign, stops all, whatever. Immunization campaign. Yes, definitely going to do that. So monthly upkeep, it takes 2 years. Okay, that should be okay. At the end we will save some money. So let's take a look at your rebels. What are they going to do? They can't do very much because they suck. They might destroy the mine though, so they might do that. But here they won't last long. We're gonna also set high priority, so everyone will go over here to defend the mine. Hopefully we can defend it, because rebuilding it is very expensive and I don't want to do that. And we got some good money, man. We got some good money. We still have low support for some reason. I don't get these guys. I really don't get them. What do you want? I got you everything. Well, we could maybe give them some more. So, for example, healthcare is where they're really suffering. But I think... Yeah, so let's take a look. So, ancient ruins may appear like a pile, but actually... must be placed on a deposit. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we got our first touristic building, or our first tourist entertainment building. And what we're going to do is we're not going to build too much. We're just going to build, let's take a look at tourism. I'm just going to build like five. I think 5 is even too much. I'm just going to build like maybe 3 of these buildings. And then we can make like a little road goes over here. And then something that goes like this. And then we can build like a little restaurant. And maybe a tavern. And that should be... I think that's good enough for now. I don't think we need too much. We can also build like maybe one more hotel. No, I'm not going to expand too fast. Usually when I expand too fast, when I build way too many things, I get in a lot of trouble. So that's not what I want to do. Not this time. So I think we need another Teamster office here as well, because a lot of goods are stockpiling in these areas. We can just quick build that. Then we can increase the budget to the max. So that's very effective, the Teamster building. And it's going here. It's going well here. So I think these things are being emptied. We can also, what we can do is we can upgrade some of these industries so they will be more effective, but some of these will also generate less pollution if we do that. And that's nice. We do need to decrease the pollution a little bit. Yeah, what we also can do is we can build some waste treatment plants. So take a look. Where are the waste treatment plants? So here we go. So this is a waste treatment plant, and what this does is lowers pollution in the vicinity. So we can place some of these to lower some of the pollution around here. Take a look at this. This place is terribly polluted. I think... No, let's build like 2. I think 2 is enough for now. And there was also an oil spill. I forgot to talk about that. I think it was somewhere over here, the oil spill. So we also cleared that up. And these places will be built. And once these are built, tourists will arrive. And once tourists will arrive, we will start completing this mission.
Mr. President, my analysis shows some disturbance.
Whatever. How do I even increase electricity? I don't know. So what we can do is we can turn this from a coal power plant to we can turn it into a gas power plant, which I just clicked. So we already did that. But the problem is we are not producing any gas. So that is a little bit of a problem. So we have to solve that real quick. So we need an oil refinery. And with an oil refinery, what we can do is we can go to these offshore oil deposits, and those offshore oil deposits, we can mine oil, and we can also mine some gas. But I think this is going to stop working. Is it? It might. But that's okay. So let's do this first. We are earning good money. We are earning really good money. That's nice. So if you take a look at the edicts again, we got all of the social programs that we can give our citizens. Another election has passed and we have won. So I had to save scum a little bit to win that election, but I won it. I don't know, man. These people on my island are really unhappy for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but they keep getting unhappy. So they have pretty much everything that they can get, except for healthcare. Healthcare is terrible. And I think that has to do with electricity. So because we turned this into a gas power plant, we are not producing electricity anymore. And a lot of things stopped working. And that's the reason why everybody is unhappy, I presume. And our coal mine was also destroyed, so we had to rebuild that. I didn't do that, I forgot about that. But I think it should be all okay right now. So the oil refinery is now also working. And we should start producing some gas that we can use in a power plant. And yes, so I think it should be okay right now. People should start getting happier. So if you take a look at our tourism area, it is still being built. So what we can do is, if we got some money, is we can build another construction office over here. And all of this will be built a little bit faster. So we got 5 tourists in total at the moment. Let's get also one more construction office. Okay, so slowly we are getting there. We got 25 tourists on our island, or 25 tourists have visited our island, and we need 7 more. So that should be pretty soon. Let's see, so we also got a restaurant and a tavern, so that should entertain them. We also got a mission to get a historic inn, so let's also build like a historic inn. Why not, right? Let's get more tourists on this island, so we can finish this a little bit quicker. Yeah, that should be good. So as you might see, these tourists also drive around in these yellow cabs instead of cars, like regular citizens. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool detail, pretty cool detail. Also built like some parking lots to increase the effectiveness of this area, of these areas. Here, okay. Good. And I also built like a second power plant because take a look at this. We have a lot more industry. I'm gonna build this pharmaceutical company. They should also earn like quite a bit of money. So, but we need a lot of power for that company. And maybe even a jewelry workshop. So we got a gold mine over here, so we can mine some gold, and then we can turn that into jewelry. And jewelry sells for a lot of money, a lot of money. So 12k. If you compare it to the other things, it is quite a lot. You can also like export some pharmaceutical things, some furniture. Oh my god, I'm gonna get rich. I'm going to get so rich. I'm going to get so crazy rich. Yeah, this is good for now, so let's build these things, and that should help a lot as well. With we don't really have a money problem anymore. We also don't have a happiness problem anymore. People are a little bit happier right now. So I also built this giant cathedral. You know, they have a lot of stuff, and we can. So if you take a look at the happiness, right, you can see that the housing is still a problem, and we got enough money so we can give them some more houses as well. We kind of failed because Leon got murdered, but we have to continue our mission. That's what Leon told us. Even if I get murdered, listen to the order and continue your mission. So we're going to continue looking for his decoy or for his double, and then apparently we did not find it in the first 32, so we're going to have to attract 256 tourists.
Mentor Kane was a visionary, the finest mind of our order. He was relying on you for protection, and you failed him, the order, and all of humanity. For all we know, you may have even arranged his murder.
Apparently I'm also a suspect in the murder of Leon Kane. So they're gonna confiscate 25% of my money at the end of each year. So I can't bribe other people. I don't know, but it seems like an excuse to just get to my money.
How to catch a murderer? With a plane, according to your chief investigator, Penultimo.
But we can do missions to decrease the amount of money taken from our treasury, which we will do. Sure, why not? So the first mission is to build an airport. And we can do that, that's no problem. So it costs 20,000. But it will increase the tourism rating. And then what I also want to do is I'm going to start mining some gold. And we can turn that into jewelry. That should also be a money earner for us, the jewelry. So jewelry workshop. Yeah, let's do it. And then we need like a lot of tourists, a lot of new tourists. So what we're also going to have to do is we're going to have to increase or expand our tourism area. Or it's just going to take too long. I don't want to spend too long on this mission either, so... Okay, so I built like a few extra tourist hotels. And actually only 2, but I don't have any more money. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit until we can build some more. And that's what I'm just gonna keep on doing. I'm just gonna keep on adding tourist hotels until we get those 256. So yeah, at this moment it's just a lot of waiting. I don't think a lot of interesting things are gonna happen. It's just gonna be a lot of waiting. Okay, so let's do a quick update. I'm still waiting for this to go to 256. It's gonna take some time. But this is our defense for this shore. And we also have an oil refinery on this shore, which works really well. We got this fishing wharf that we built like previous mission, so that's doing its job. And we got a financial district, 2 embassies, so we have 100 standing with both the USSR and with the USA. Our research is going pretty well, so we got a college, we got a library, I can even build one more college, which I was planning on doing. Financial district, I built one more military camp over here because the rebels tend to attack over here a little bit. They tend to attack the industry and these buildings, and also sometimes this. So our industry is doing like really well. Our jewelry workshop is working. Our pharmaceutical company is also working. If you take a look at the pollution is also not too bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but it is not too bad. So if you look at our residential area, it has grown quite a bit since the beginning of the episode. So we still got a lot of shacks, so we lack housing. So we have to build more houses, more apartments. But we will, eventually. Maybe never. But it has grown quite a bit, our residential area. Our citizens are also very happy. So I also built this like little plantation area. I did that before, right? So there's nothing new. And then this plantation area is going strong. I also built a little residential area close to this plantation area, because look at all of these shacks as well. So all of the people that are working on these plantations are living in these shacks, and I want them to live in houses. So I also built a little residential area close by these plantations. Also like a grocery and a few entertainment buildings. And we're also making way more money than we can spend. So, yeah, it's not going too bad. So, if you take a look, our airport is complete. It is working. And our tourist area is still like pretty much the same size. So, I did not increase this at all because the problem that we have, the biggest problem, is that we have. Oh, it fixed it. It has been fixed a little bit. So a problem that I had was that I had a lot of open jobs, but not enough unemployed people. So we didn't have enough people to work in these open jobs. And now I apparently have. So all of the open jobs that I now have are college level jobs. So we have to get more college educated citizens. And we do that by building an extra college so people can graduate more. And we can even quick build like pretty much everything now because we have so much money. Get a research project. And maybe even build one more high school over here so the kids can go to school in this area. That looks nice. And maybe build like a few more apartment buildings like this. And then we also need like one more grocery. And maybe like some entertainment buildings. Maybe like a tavern. Maybe not a tavern. But can we build like something here? Yeah, we can build something there. So, okay. So, and then this will eventually grow as well, this area. And this needs power, so we have to pull some power to this area. And how do we do that? Well, we can build these electric substations, and they will increase where our power goes. So they will increase the reach of the power. So rebels are still a problem. They attack once in a while, and we have to fend them off. And they mostly attack my plantations. So it's just annoying. They're just really annoying. Just rebuild it immediately. I can even quick build it. So they're just kind of annoying. That's pretty much it. Not too much trouble. I think they were attacking here as well. So let's see if we can intercept them in time. And we also got like a whole bunch of new tasks, so we can
Plans to spy on the tourists by installing statues and gardens.
do a few things to decrease the amount of money. So yeah, we can do like a few more missions, right? Sure.
Mr. President, I trust you. We must become independent from fossil fuels. Did you know that you are close?
Sure, let's just accept all of them.
We made our island a little greener. And being green is like being red. Your actions may not have any immediate positive effect, but they bring the glory.
And it's just waiting. It's just waiting. So I have to wait until look at this. So there are also more open jobs right now. So I have to wait until the amount of unemployed people go up. And then after that, we can also an oil tanker has spilled. But we got enough money, so we can clean that up real fast. It's also not too much trouble. But now it's just waiting. And it's going to be waiting for quite some time. Quite a bit.
We seem to have a rather peculiar problem.
And in the meantime, I might once in a while build like a new tourist building. But I don't know. So these are all full, right? Yeah, so these are all full. But like these require workers. So that's the problem. Yeah, they all require workers. And I don't have workers at the moment. So I don't want to build more tourist areas. And we can also produce vehicles right now. So we can build tropical cars. You know what? Let's do it. Let's build like a vehicle factory. Oh, let's not build it there though. Okay, so we have to pay for it. I messed up a little bit. I got it for free, but because I destroyed it, now I have to pay for it. What the hell cares? I got enough money, man. I got enough money. So do we have enough power? Yeah, we got more than enough power. We can also turn this into gas turbines to create less pollution. And maybe even like a pollution filter to create even less pollution. It's all a-okay. So this is going pretty well. It's just waiting. So we just wait. That's it. We just wait. Let's build like a few cabins maybe. We found a tourist, and the tourist confessed to the murder of Leon Kane. So we are off the hook. But there is some shady stuff going on, so you can read it yourself and you will see. But for what we know, Leon is dead and he has been murdered by a tourist, and we didn't do it. So this was quite a long mission. I had to wait a long time for the tourists to arrive. I also spent a lot of time building up the island, so we would get re-elected and that we had enough money to do things. I also had to fast forward through most of it because it's most of the things that we have already seen in previous missions. Despite our best efforts, Leon still got assassinated. He still got murdered. So we will see how this story plays out in the future. But for this episode, this is it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, also leave a comment. Comments really help with the algorithm and you would be helping me out, and subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and bye bye.